You know that moment when you can't help but notice her attention shifting toward you, yet she tries to play it cool as if nothing is going on? You might think she's just being friendly, but deep down she's sending signals that she's into you, even if she has a partner. Let's get into it, because these are signs you've probably missed. But they speak volumes, so picture this. She's out with her friends, maybe at a coffee shop or a casual get-together. At someone's house, you're there too, and every time you look her way, she's subtly repositioning herself closer to you. A shoulder angle that shifts ever so slightly, tilting toward you, an elbow inching forward. It's like she's mapping out space just to be nearer. What she's really doing is carving out territory around you, because proximity drives connection. That's psychology 101, and she's using it unconsciously and beautifully. And then there's the laughter, which isn't just about a funny joke, but about connection. Often, she creates opportunities to laugh with you, like she's weaving threads into an emotional fabric. Every giggle is a little pulse she's sending your way to see how you feel. She might laugh louder or hold eye contact in the moment to intensify that spark she knows deep down. That laughter makes two people feel like a team, whether they admit it or not. Then there's the glances, the way she looks when she doesn't think you're watching. Her eyes drift your way as if drawn like a compass needle. She catches herself and then lets that look linger, because she's exploring something unspoken. A look that says, "I like this. I want more," without saying a word. And if you return it, she holds that gaze just a fraction longer to see if you'll stay in it too. She's also paying attention to your routines, not because she's nosy, but because she cares. She notices the little things, like the way you stir your coffee or the book you carry around. She remembers when you mention that favorite childhood movie and brings it up later casually, as if she dropped it by accident. Okay, but that's how emotional memory works. It's how she signals she's tuned in to who you are. Conversation shifts become interesting when she's taken but interested. Your chatter runs deeper. She asks about your feelings and reactions instead of facts. She leans in when you share something personal as if it's her own. She lets you paint your emotional world and no longer holds to small talk. She wants the real stuff, because genuine connection needs emotional depth. And if she's taken, you'll also notice those mixed messages. Her tone might soften when she speaks to you as if you're a confidant. She remembers your preferences as if deeply invested. She might share a neutral detail about her partner, but follow up by looking back at you as if silently saying, "I wish things were different," without ever having the courage to say it out loud. She's testing the waters carefully, but let's talk about touch, because that's where the chemistry can become electric. She finds excuses to brush your arm when making a point or guiding you through a doorway. These touches are fleeting yet deliberate. They trigger oxytocin release both ways and leave a trace in your mind. She wants to see your reaction. She wanders into your space just a bit more than needed and holds it just a moment longer than expected. That's subconscious flirting, and she's playing it subtly so as not to raise alarm bells. Male, you'll also see her reaction to your attention. When she catches you looking, she doesn't look away. She actually holds your gaze and then lifts a playful brow or parts her lips as if speechless. She's silent, but all clarity. In that moment, so simple yet loaded with connection and possibility, one of the trickiest signs is when she starts teasing you in a fun, loving way. It's playful banter that can feel cheeky and unscripted. She's breaking tension, building rapport. It's a classic social bond ritual, but there's an edge there, the subtext of flirtation. The jokes get personal yet gentle. She teases small things she finds endearing. She's creating a shared language only the two of you know. Next, you encounter those moments when she mirrors your posture, like if you lean forward, she matches you. She crosses her legs after you do. She imitates your gestures, because unconscious mimicry is a sign of rapport. She's aligning with you physically because she wants to be in sync emotionally. Then there's the matter of her energy. When you arrive in a room, she looks different. Her smile changes shape, brighter, more open. Her voice lights up. Her body visibly shifts to better involve you. She's putting on an extra sparkle when you're around. She's editing her behavior to highlight herself for your view, just enough to be noticed. Let's not forget about social media, a modern playground for hidden signals. She starts reacting more to your stories or liking older posts. Her comments are more thoughtful, maybe an emoji that communicates double meaning. She might send questions via direct message to keep conversation flowing between meets. Her digital presence around you becomes warmer and more present, and then there's that gentle jealousy flicker, something we all feel when someone we like shows attention elsewhere. If she senses you engaging with someone else, she shifts tone, changes subject, or tries to recenter your focus onto your shared connection. It's subtle protective behavior showing emotional investment. But just because she's taken doesn't mean she's ready to break things off. We're not rooting for heartbreak. Instead, we're looking at how the human heart works, how proximity, empathy, affection can form across boundaries that seem otherwise fixed. And she might not know what she wants yet, but she definitely notices the connection you share, and it showcases how dynamic humans Arebno hears. One you might not expect internal timing now. The mind times things so well when interest arrives. You'll notice she texts or calls when momentarily free. She's weaving conversation around her partner's schedule. She doesn't want to impose. But timing becomes key, and if she really wants to talk, she'll slip it into text in between moments maybe. She's waiting for her partner to fall asleep before reaching out. Something about that timing shows. She's making space for you in her life, and emotionally you'll pick up signals in her tone. A tilt lighter, deeper, more animated, deeper when she hears your voice. She mirrors your intensity on the phone or voice note. She might whisper more. She's inclining inward because emotionally you've earned investment now. Listen for follow-up questions after you say something. Even if it's casual, she jumps on details because she cares. She wants to explore, not move on. She keeps the conversational ball rolling. She's investing her curiosity to deepen rapport. She's sending flags that she's engaged, and especially with emotional follow-up, that means connection is more than surface level. And then remember when she remembers. To self-disclose, she shares something meaningful about her day, her past, her hopes. She opens doors slowly, letting you in. The pace isn't rushed because she's taken. She's cautious, but that caution also shows how much it means she isn't oversharing randomly, but rather building trust and intimacy carefully. Another sign is when she introduces you to her world. When she's taken, that can happen to among friends. She invites you into her friend circle, arranges moments when you two cross paths intentionally. She puts you into her ecosystem. You're no longer separate. She's effectively weaving you into her extended social narrative. You'll also sense micro moments of thoughtfulness, like she remembers your food preferences or your pet's name. She crafts comfort gestures, like sending you playlists tailored to your taste, having inside jokes shared subtly in conversations, or thoughtful casual gifts. She's building micro-affectional bridges, little emotional deposits that stockpile the connection. And listen to the tone of voice coming from her friends, maybe small hints that she brings you up. They might tease about how much she talks about you, or ask why you two seem closer than usual she isn't alone in. Sensing it, her circle picks it up too, and that amplifies the emotional pattern. Next comes the moment of emotional checking in. She reaches out if you've been quiet or stressed. She sends supportive messages when you share challenges she wants to be present. She leans in when you need empathy, because emotional presence is a big deal, especially amid complicated relationship dynamics. And at times you may notice a shift in how she frames her partner. She might describe situations without warmth. She may shift from we to I organically when describing partner-related stories. She doesn't sound upset, but she sounds distant near you. Her internal emotional availability is linking to you more, much more, than theirs. The scenario: when she hires your company, she chooses to hang out even without a purpose. She suggests meets that include you, like casual walks, coffee catch-ups, even study sessions. She finds reasons to keep the connection alive. She's valuing shared time, not just messaging, but actual presence, and a powerful sign is follow-through. She says she'll do something with you, maybe get you that book she mentioned, or loop you into an article. She actually does it months later. These follow-throughs are reliability gestures that signal emotional care. They demonstrate long-term attention, no matter how discreet. Finally, one of the most telling signals: she reciprocates vulnerability. She shares something raw and heartfelt because she senses a safety zone with you. She may shed a tear at something sentimental, or share a hard memory. She entrusts you with emotion only reserved for trusted connections amid all the signals. This is one of the deepest indicators of genuine interest. So when you look back, a picture emerges not from a single gesture, but from a constellation. You notice proximity. Catch the laughter, the glances, the mirroring, the thoughtful conversations, and the emotional safety. She becomes someone who occupies mental real estate in your day. She's weaving signals constantly, even if her mind is wrestling with what they mean. At the end of the day, what matters most is clarity and integrity. If you see enough of these signs, you don't have to guess over time. You can decide with compassion and respect for her and for yourself where to take things. Conversations matter. A simple, open-hearted chat does wonders. My advice: approach slowly, ask thoughtfully, avoid pressure, approach with kindness, because if she's sending these signals, it means she's feeling something, and that deserves gentle honesty, not assumptions. So pay attention, but hold space for choice. Honor the complexity, and if you realize she's walking into deeper feelings, remember, you both deserve transparency. Healthy conversations can lead to understanding either way. Maybe it's distance, or maybe it's connection, but understanding always wins. These signs aren't evidence of betrayal, they are evidence of human hearts. Interacting, they bring awareness and honesty into your connections. They reveal that sometimes feelings adapt and hearts speak in whispers, not proclamations.